Hello everyone, good old Pastor Ian here, the Krabby Crafter. So I decided this year that I would grab the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. Never gotten one, always watched other people doing the unboxing, and I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. Normally I would wait till Christmas, and I'm like, well, you know, it's 24 surprises, and I'm like, yeah, I guess we can just do, you know, it's not like it's a real Advent, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one a day, and I'll post these videos as quick as I can. And so today we are on day 1, and I already started to pop it open. I said, let me go ahead and make a video. So we're going to pull this open, and let's see. And oh my, looky there. So it shows you the picture on there of what it's going to be, 40%. And looks like this is going to, looks like we're going to have some dies in here. Oh, okay. Oop, okay, and I got dies falling out, so I better be careful here. Yep, the little paper tore on the side there. But let's see what we've got here. We've got, it looks like well, the picture on the package here is of a balloon die. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay. And let's see, a little banner that says hello. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I have no idea what all these pieces do and how they're going to go together, so we're going to figure that out. So there's some piece, and that's probably the basket, and maybe there's some strings that hold the basket in place. I don't know. Let me look at the picture. Yeah, it looks like, okay, so these are the strings, and then here is the basket. And you probably can't see that very well, but all right. So the first one here is a balloon. It's a balloon die. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut all these pieces out, and we're going to put this together. And once I get all the pieces cut out, we'll put it together, and that will be the rest of the video, and that will be day number 1 of our crafty little advent calendar. Okay, so day 1, we are working on this balloon die that came out, and I've got some paper here ready to go. Let me grab my die cutting machine so that we can start cutting some of this. I have the new magnetic mat from scrapbook.com. So far I am loving it. I've used the magic mats before. I've got several of these. I love the magic mat, absolutely love it. And so now I'm using the new magnetic mat. This is a magnetic platform, but there's magnets are spread out throughout it. So when you put the metal on it, it pulls your dies. So far, the magnetic mat has not done that. That was my biggest fear and concern, but so far the magnetic mat has worked wonderfully. So I'm just going to put down some black cardstock, and the first thing we're going to cut our base pieces first. Let's cut our building pieces. All right, so the strings for the balloon, we're going to cut that out of black, and see that just plopped right down there. It's just enough grab to where I can position it, and you can tape it if you want, but so far I haven't even used the tape. We're going to do a banner. Let me see what it says on the back here. Okay, it's just like a designated number on it. All right, so we're going to do the banner. Let's see. Let's do the flagpole. And then, because what you have, the little pieces that go on the banner and the flag, those are these. We're going to cut those out of gold. Let's see. This will be brown. We're going to cut this base piece out of white or red. I haven't decided yet. Let's see. We've got the bow. We've got the hello. I think that's all we need in black. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and cut those pieces out, and we'll run those through. And I don't know how, sorry for the vibrating table there, guys. And I don't know how you do your cutting, but I always just roll it through and then pull it back through. That's just how I've always done it. Okay, so let's grab the flag. There's the flag. And then here's the piece for the banner. Where are my tweezers? Ah, here they are. All right. So we're going to pick that up. I'll say we're going to pick that up. There we go. And then we're going to grab there's our basket. These pieces are just extra pieces. We don't need those. All right, so that part is done. And now we're going to, let's see, let's cut, I think I want to do white with red. You can do red with white or white with red. I think, I want to do red with white. And so here's what we're going to do. And I'll show you what I mean. These, and you'll need to cut this piece twice. So what these pieces are is they go right here on the balloon. They're going to go over the balloon. So we're going to cut the balloon out of red, and then we're going to glue the white pieces on the top. But you'll need 2 of these pieces. So we're going to go ahead and run these through. Let's see here. There we go. Not sure what I was doing wrong there. I'm going to run that through. All right, and I always just bring it back through. You can just go through one time, but I always just bring it back through. All right, and let's see. Oh, and you know what would help? If you put the dies down the correct way. Well, look at that. Isn't that something? I just embossed that. All right, well, that was stupid. Let's, no, it's going to look stupid. All right, so let me do it again, and let me do it the right way with the dies facing down. That explains why there was a little bit of weird resistance going on there. So let's try this one more time. Oh, that works so much better when you put the dies the right way. All right, guys, so let's see. Let's do that, and we'll pop out those pieces. All right, there's one of the white pieces. Whoops. And here is another of the white piece. And I need one more of these. So we're going to just throw that right there. Sometimes with little dies. One of the things about die cutting that I'm not a huge fan of. So when I cut something, if I'm die cutting, I want to make sure it's something that I really, really want to get a die for it and know that I'm going to have to take the time to cut maybe multiple little pieces. And sometimes the dies will come, it'll be like flag die, but there's like 6 flags, but only 1 topper, and you have to cut it out like 6 times. And so whatever, it is what it is. Excuse me. And so now let's go ahead and cut out our balloon die, and that's the only red piece that we're going to need. And let's see, yeah, let's do that. And I'm actually thinking I may go back and do some more white, because I was just thinking about the bow. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. So you can see that what you have here is it's debossed nicely, which means that these, well, if I can pick it up, which means that these pieces that we cut out are going to fit right over it, just like that. And so that's going to help. And that's where we're going to get our color and get our 2 colors from. All right, so there's the balloon. Banner hello, let's see. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and cut out and this is just some gold foil or gold cardstock. Let's go ahead and cut. I'm going to need the flag. And we're going to need multiple runs because, again, as we were saying, the little flag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 of them, but you only get 2 pieces here. So we're actually going to have to run that through like 3 times to get the flag pieces to go over that. But I think I want to cut the bow out of gold as well. So we're just going to throw that in there, and let's run this through. And like I said, we'll need to run these through again. So let's, let me grab the bow. Carefully grab these guys. And these are the ones that they tend to kind of fly away from you. I have found if you can use a tool, one of the little pickup tools, sometimes they want to catch on your mat. But once you get them loose, I just kind of lick my finger and just, there we go. So there's those. So now I need the basket. And I don't know, do I want to do a black? You know what? I'm going to go back to the black just to keep it simple. And we're going to cut our basket out of black. And I don't know if you can see this. It just really neat. It's got a little detail in the basket there. So cool. So it just looks like a little basket. All right. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and run it through. But this time let's, I'm going to do it in black. And we're going to make sure that we get those pieces. Going to make sure I run it through the right way so that those pieces will pop out. So I'm going to run it through and then run it back through. I hit it one more time and then bring it back through. May have to use a shim or a precision plate, we'll see. But for now, let's see what we get. No, that did it. That did it that time. Okay. And hold it up where you can see it. It cut out the little pieces, so it says hello. If we, let's see, if we put that up against something, hopefully you can see that. That's pretty neat. Nice little banner. Nice little typeset banner there. Okay. And now we really come to the, I want to say the easy part. And I'm going to work on my map. I'm just going to pull it over here so that it's a little more visible. Got everything together. And we're going to start putting this rascal together. Now let's see. It doesn't tell me how to do it. And I would think that this guy would be sort of grabbing, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put this on and then put the white over it. No, that's not going to look right. So this will go on last. Okay, so here we go. And I'm just going to use, well, you know what? I'm just going to use my new little bottle of Collage Medium here. And so we're just going to line that up and press that down. The awesome thing about Collage Medium is that it dries pretty quickly and it dries clear, so I'm not worried about that. Since we're working with these white pieces though, I definitely want to make sure my hands are clean, because I have done that before where I was putting gluing pieces together and I had a little ink on my hand and that glue grabbed it and it just came right off on the white paper and I had to start over. There we go. That's pretty. And we're going to do this. So this is really neat. I've never bought this before. Every year, the last couple of years, I've thought about getting it, and I just, no. And this year I said, let me get it, because, I've seen some of the reveals, and I thought, well, those are some neat little things in there for the price and for what you can do. I said, let me try this. Let me get it this year. And so far, I'm happy with it. I've only opened up the one. So this is just neat. This is just a neat little die. There we go. All right, let me get that glue to grab hold there. All right. So there's our balloon. And you can do different colors. You can go Christmassy. You can, however you want to do it, you can do that. So let's see. This is going to go over the top. I don't need to glue the whole thing. So we're going to just a touch of glue. This is probably where, might be a little easier, I would say. I would think it'd be easier if I used, say, sticky sheets or something. All right, and it will line up. So once I get it where I want it, get the basket lined up. Press down. There we go. Okay. I was trying to get it perfect. I did not. I'll show you what I mean, but I'm not too worried about that. So basically, this would have lined up a little bit better. There's no grooves, so it's not like it sets in anything. You just have to eyeball it. And we are gonna hang a banner over that, so that's gonna help hide that too, because actually this is where the banner goes. It's gonna go right over the top of that. So there we go. All right, now let's see the basket. Yep, I'm gonna put the basket on the bottom of that. So I'm just going to put a little glue on the basket itself. And then I'm going to bring this over here and set that right on top of the basket. And then just press down. I'm going to wait just a second. Now I can use my fingers. And just need to let that dry real good, but there we go. So there's our balloon. This is where the fun part kind of comes in. We gotta put our little flag together, but it's not that hard. It's not gonna be that hard. So we're gonna put just a little drop of glue, and then we put this over the black part there, and that's a perfect fit. So you got our nice little flag there. And now the fun of putting each one of these little guys. Now, if you're wondering how they go, that's going to be the question. So what I'm thinking is, it looks like it does look like it will fit either way you put it on. It's a nice little triangle, so I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way. So all we need is just a little, and this would probably be a lot easier with like a little tool. But anyways, so we're gonna put, and if you wanted to offset it a little bit, you could, just to kind of give it that neat little look. You could actually see a little bit more of the black behind it. All right, so it's voiceover time, guys. Apparently this is where I was working on the putting it together and just stopped talking for a very long period of time, which is probably okay with you. You're probably, I don't know how my voice does, but what we did now is we skipped for a little bit. We're putting the last of the flag pieces on here, which is pretty easy. Again, those triangles, it doesn't matter how you turn them. It does seem to be very uniform. And so we just, we got all those put on for you. And once we get the triangles together, we're going to work on the bow. And the bow is pretty easy. You just have a top piece and a bottom piece. I wish I'd have zoomed in more for you guys, but you'll get the idea here. The nice thing is just one little drop of collage medium there, just a little drop of whatever glue you're using, and we just set it right on top of the bottom part of the bow. I don't mind the two pieces because it gives you dimension. I would have been okay with a single die, just a die with the bow and the tail kind of. I don't need the extra dimension, but if you wanted to do sort of a black and gold combo, you could do that as well. All I'm doing here is trying to figure out what I want to do with the hello banner. I actually wind up not affixing it to the balloon because I didn't like it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the top of the flag on. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put it on the outside, on the top, or put it behind it. The end result was I liked the idea of putting the balloon over it, so it kind of looked more like it was just coming up out of the middle of the balloon. You know how the top of a hot air balloon has an opening, so that's what we wound up doing there. And then we're actually going to put the banner on. If you look at the drawing on the box and that they give you, where they put the banner is not where I put the banner. They actually put it. Or sorry, the ribbon. They actually put the ribbon and the banner together down low. I'm actually going to change that up a little bit. So what we've got right here is just, we're just going to go ahead and put the banner on right over the top of that, the strings there. So it's kind of neat. It kind of helps to, I guess, hide just the kind of the bluntness of that, the strings wrapping around it there. But this is pretty neat. And I did like using the gold cardstock. You can use any color you want when you're making a balloon like this. I like the red and white, something very, very old, very nostalgic about it, and something very circusy about it. So we're going to put those down. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw our ribbon right on top of that. I was trying to figure out, the ribbon on the package goes over the banner. I actually put the ribbon up high again. And I'm okay with it. I'm not a huge fan of it. In hindsight, I would probably move the ribbon back down. You could even put the ribbon down over the basket if you wanted to, at the top of the basket. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to glue the ribbon down on top of that, and then we'll be done with this part of the basket. We'll actually be done pretty much with the whole thing. And we instead of using the hello, I'm going to leave that off to the side because I didn't like the way it looked anywhere on the balloon. But we're going to put this on, and that's going to pretty much finish up our balloon for us. All right, so there you go, guys. Now, you could have put the bow down here. It's actually the picture on the box, but I kind of liked it up there. And then, you know, if you wanted to put the hello above, you could put the hello right there on the balloon, but it's kind of hard to read. So I think what I would do is I would put this over, and that's what I need to look. I think I dropped a piece on the floor. I think this comes with another piece that this actually sits on top of. So you can put this over a white piece, or you could just trim it. But I think when I was pulling it out, I did hear a piece hit the ground. I found one of them, but I think I'm missing the other one. So it's possible I might even, when I told you that there was only one of these, there might actually have been two of them. But I don't know. I think there's just the one. So let's get these pieces out of the way. But there you go, guys. There's the balloon. So what I'm going to do with the kit is I'm not going to make a card with that. I'm not going to use this to make a card. I'm going to open up each day, see what I've got, use those pieces or save them for something. And then I'm going to put it all together and see if I can make one card out of everything in the kit. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm super excited to do some more of this. So there you go. That was the first day. And so get ready. We'll have another video, and we'll do day 2 next. So until next time, guys, happy Krabby Crafting. Pastor Ian saying, God bless.